Last night, Triple H hit us with probably one of the greatest trolls of all time when he said that, Monday Night Raw was going to be it's going to be really epic. Everybody better tune in. My God. And, I believe the reason he did that is because they're pushing Gunther so hard that Triple H knew that they had to, do anything they could to get people to watch that Gunther match, in the Gunther situation, maybe, because nothing else is going on, really. Other than it's the night after a PLE or whatever. Now, years ago, night after PLEs were always a huge boost in audience, because people were interested in seeing what happened if they didn't watch, and if they did watch, they were hooked on what happened. But nowadays, PLEs are a lot of times on Saturdays now, not Sundays. So there's this day that goes by that drowns people. So, putting aside for a second that Triple H kind of overblew Raw like we expected he might, and he did. He really overblew it. He oversold the hell out of it. It ended with a women's match and a dud opening and a dud ending. And it ended early at 10:22. It was almost like they didn't know what they were doing. Raw, to me, felt like a little bit of a mess. There were some glowing good points, like Gunther's match, for instance, but but this brings up another issue to me is momentum for WWE. They really do lose quite a bit of momentum when they go ahead and they basically have a pay-per-view or a PLE on a Saturday, and then suddenly there's a whole day off on a Sunday. That really, really kills momentum for them, like I said, because on a Sunday PLE, you go to bed like, damn, that was the PLE, or that was the pay-per-view. What a pay-per-view. All right, let's see what's next. Here we go. And what happens is that whole Sunday happens, and you just basically end up saying to yourself, like, oh, wow, well, whatever. I forgot, or I'm over it, or whatever the case is. And you lose an audience, just like being consistent. So when you can hit people on a Sunday night with a pay-per-view, and then people want to tune in the next day to see what happens, it's hot. But you lose that momentum when you put it on a Saturday. And I think that is one of the biggest issues and mistakes that WWE has that no one is talking about. And I've been talking about it for a couple of years now since this change has happened. It is a momentum killer that the pay-per-views are on Saturdays. And I don't remember if this was something that was done to counteract AEW or not, but I don't know, man. It's a mess for them. And it not only does it mess up me, too, because my big shows are on Saturday, and then it would have been cool to do my show Saturday and then do a Sunday show, and then you do a Monday show, and for a content creator, it's better, I believe, as well. I mean, I'm glad I get a break, I guess, on Sundays, but when that happens, but it kills their momentum. So I just don't understand their reasoning behind that, but it is what it is. Triple H really, WWE, I'm sorry to them, man. I'm sure they think they're doing awesome stuff. I don't know if they believe that or whatever, but last night for most people was a failure. After a lackluster Survivor Series, which we knew it was going to be lackluster, we knew Raw was probably going to be that way too, and it was. And again, once again, the reality of hoping, you guys were hoping something good was going to happen, but we all know it's December. We like morons, we're like, yeah, you know what, this will be different this time. Something different's happening this December. It's John Cena's last time is now and all that other stuff. This December is a little different. Nope, it's not different. It sucks like every December in WWE usually, except for maybe back in the Attitude Era, but December blows, and it continues to be that way. And WWE basically lied to everybody, and people are bored and unhappy. So whatever, they can keep ignoring it because they're going to cut another piece of the pie in their business deals. I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Please leave me your comments, and please think about joining my Patreon, man. We're having a blast on Patreon with thousands of bonus shows, content, hours, podcasts you've never heard, so many of them you've never heard. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you guys want to support me directly, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Send it right away, or Cash App, or whatever you want to do. Thank you very much to Ryan Biggins. Ryan Biggins, baby. Dropping the $20 direct paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you, Ryan, very much. And thank you to everyone who watched the Twitter stream last night, the X stream, where we won 150 last night. It's on X. Go check it out. D. Welsh was rocking in the chat last night. It was crazy. Thank you to everybody who jumped in there. Also, thank you to Doug McKenzie. Doug for sending me $10 directly on paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. We'll try to do something for you tonight, maybe. I'm not sure. But you guys, I appreciate that. We'll shout out all the other people in the next video. Thank you for that. Leave a like, leave a comment. Comments are huge. And if anybody knows if the super thanks still works, drop one of those if you'd like. Those are all the way to Sport Channel. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. What do you think about this lackluster Raw Survivor Series, December, whatever? Catch you later. Bye.